What's up, everybody? It is Thegoal60 here for Tuesday, May the 29th, 2018. So yesterday we had 5 new series start up, and all 5 of those series cashed for us. So A-bets were good to us this time. Overall, Memorial Day weekend was very good to us. We went 6-0 on B-bets on Saturday, and then followed that up on Monday, going 5-0 with A-bets. Just to kind of summarize everything that happened yesterday, it was a big day as far as baseball goes. With a Memorial Day, everybody was playing. All 30 teams had a game yesterday, so there was a lot of, we had the 5 official plays, and that meant that there was actually 10 unofficial plays total if you looked at the rest of the league. Now, I'll run down the 3-game series first, official, then unofficial, and then we'll talk about the 4-game series. Now, the official plays, we had Washington against Baltimore yesterday as a 126 favorite, and they did cash, and they won the game 6-0. Next up, we had the Twins against the Royals. The Twins were a coin flip game, and they were minus 106. They won the game 8-5. In that game, they actually jumped ahead and actually got up at 1.6-0. And then let the Royals get all the way back, had a big inning where they scored, I believe, 4 runs and actually pulled it within 1. Turned right around, the Twins come out and score 2 more runs. That was late in the game and close off the deal and win it 8-5. The Diamondbacks were at home yesterday against the Reds, where they actually came out, had a really good game, jumped out ahead. The Reds actually made a little run there, and then the Diamondbacks just had a huge inning late in the game and ended up getting the win 12-5 as a 135 favorite. Next, we had the Rockies, who were come out against the Giants, and the Giants actually in the top of the first hit 2 runs and actually were up 2-0. And I thought to myself, this is going to be, we're already 3-0. It's already been a good day. If we get both of them, that's wonderful. If we split it and go 1-1 the last 2 games of the day, that's okay. And if we don't get either one, we still had a winning record for the first day, and we just play the next, the B-bets, the 2 games. It wouldn't be that big a deal. But turns out the Rockies fought back. It was an up and down game. They led. They were behind during the game. Actually found themselves late in the game down 5-4. Come back, score a run to tie it up, and send in the extras. Went in the extra innings, and in the 10th inning, they actually got the 1 run at the bottom of the 10th to win the game 6-5. And then last, we had the Brewers, who actually played the Cardinals, and the Brewers were a minus 112 favorite, so that was another one of those coin flip, could have went either way as far as the money was. I believe there was actually more money during the middle of the day, or early in the day on St. Louis, and then it kind of started coming back to the Brewers late in the day. They come out, they got the big win 8-3. So they led. It was close at one point, somewhere I believe around 4-3, and they had a big inning to put it up 8-3, and that's where it closed. So that was the 5 plays of the day. That was all the official plays, and now we'll go over all the unofficial plays. So as far as the 3-game unofficial plays, there was a total of 4 of those, and all 4 of them cashed. The Red Sox, the Indians, the Astros, and the Cubs all cashed. Now the Cubs come out, like I said yesterday, they were an underdog, which was kind of fishy to me. They come out and win 7-0. Houston was a potential revenge play. The only thing that knocked them out being an actual play was that New York, the Yankees, were in the top 3 of the RPI. And so that kept us from taking Houston. Now Houston, like I also said yesterday in the video, if you had taken that, it was going to be your only chance probably this year to get Verlander at such a cheap price. He was a favorite yesterday, but it was minus 123, and he has been lights out ever since getting to Houston last year. I believe he's maybe only got 1 loss this year. I may be wrong about that, but I may have 0. But I know that he's had a very good year. He finished up last year very well, and he's just kept that going. And the fact that we could have had him at 123 really hurt that couldn't have been an official play. So if you did take him, congratulations, you got the W. As far as Cleveland, they were down early. They were down 5-2. They come back, and actually passed the White Sox mid-game and never looked back. And I believe they got that win 9-6. And then Boston took care of the Blue Jays something like 8-3. So they had a pretty, normal, or what you would expect out of that day. The price was just too high in that game. It's the reason we didn't take it. Now, I'll get into the 4-game series where we actually did have 2 plays that didn't cash yesterday, and I'll go over those and what they are today. I'll just run right through these pretty quick. We had the Mariners against the Rangers. The Mariners would have been the play there, but their 4-game series obviously is why we didn't take them. Their price was 162, and they did win the game 2-1. Next up, you had a doubleheader in the Mets and the Braves. I said yesterday the Braves were actually the play. If you would have took them as a run line underdog in the first game, you would have won outright. I think it was 3-2 or 4-3. Anyways, moving along, the Phillies yesterday would have been the play on the run line against the Dodgers, and they would have cashed because they lost 5-4. And then you have Miami, who was a coin flip game against the Padres at 106, and they won their game. Now, the 2 games that did not cash in the 4-game series is the first one is the Angels, who lost to the Tigers. The Tigers are in the bottom 3 of the RPI, and the Angels were a 170 favorite. Now, they come out again today at minus 140. If you're paying attention to that series today, your price is going to be around 140. It will probably go up, I would think. I wouldn't think there'd be a ton of money coming in on the Tigers. I think that would be more on the Angels, especially in a bounce back day like that. And then lastly, we have the Oakland A's against the Rays. The A's were a minus 130 favorite yesterday, and today they're actually an underdog. So if you look at the run line price, it's minus 155. That's still not too bad there. And if you take the run line, you're just looking to stay within 1.5 runs. So that is all the plays. It's really all I've got to talk about today. Now, what I'm going to do over the next couple days, because I don't have, there won't be a new series starting up, I'm still going to put out a vlog. But what I'm going to do is actually look at some things like double headers and see what the record of double headers are. I was talking about that yesterday, and I brought it up a couple times over the last week how good last year was, and I really want to look at this year, and I just honestly hadn't had time. But I believe tonight I'll actually get to have a little bit of time to look over that and see what we've got going with that, see what the situation is there, and of course I'll give you the record tomorrow. If I got enough time, I'm going to go back and look at the lines actually on those games and see if it would have been profitable or, whatever you had done there. And pretty much just looking at the team that lost the first game, how did they fare the second game? What would they have done in that second game? So hopefully we can get some good, data out of that, and I'll give that out to you, and you can move forward and take it and do whatever with it that you want to. If you want to mess with them, great. If you don't, I don't blame you there either. But I do appreciate you guys watching the video. We did have a good weekend. We ended up doing pretty well this weekend, going up 11 units total for, if you count Monday in that. I do just simply because it was Memorial Day and it was kind of like a 3-day weekend for everybody. But usually Monday starts off the new week. But I just threw that in there, like I said, because it all went together. But either way, we'll come back later in the week and we can get some weekend series going and see if we can't keep this upswing going for us and continue to be profitable. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.
60% of the time, it works.